It's a marathon meeting that began last night and went into the wee hours of this morning. The topic, the Emporia Planning Commission and Boards of Zoning Appeals, was data centers. The discussion attracted a packed house with plenty of noise from both sides of the issue. The proposed data center would be at the Flint Hills Digital Center near Emporia. The city of Emporia is reviewing the request. In the end, the matter was tabled until sometime next week.